was never really good playing role of the puppet. Too busy being me to be concerned with perception of the public. Everyone is buzzing, but everybody ain't thinking about a budget. I want ownership in something. Niggas get that.
That's when they said that if you make a bad movie, typically you don't have a sequel. So if you look at the decision and the manner in which that was handled and the way it served to alienate folks back at that time, you would think that he wouldn't want to remind people of that, considering the heat he took from that. And unfortunately, he was tone deaf, and that's not the decision. That's not the path that he took. This was corny. It was cringy. It was all of that. We know this. You're promoting an alcoholic beverage and trying to give people the impression that this could be your final season, that you might end up retiring. And so, one other person joked, and they said, you know what, that's like Jordan. Compare that to Jordan saying, I'm back. What if he had said, no, I'm
Stephen A. crazy.
And it happened to be a Hanes commercial. What if it had been something like that? And that's what this was the equivalent of. In the end, I don't understand why the second greatest player who ever lived, a 4-time champion, a 4-time league MVP, one of the greatest players who have ever lived.
Now he got to play it like this. Say something positive.
Trying to garner attention for himself with something other than trying to win it.
Hey man, it's your boy Jim C, man. We're back with another video for the channel, man. Bringing the news to the world, man, for those who care about the news. Now, and this is not a big topic, big news, but Stephen A. doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down again, right? So we look at it, everything LeBron do, he has to say something, right? Especially after the situation where they had that back and forth not too long ago in regards to Bronny and Bronny's play or whatever like that. But he basically just issues all over LeBron's life when it comes to the Decision Part 2 campaign, right? Which, if you're thinking marketing and, how to get the traction and how to get people in, it was kind of like a iffy decision, if you want to call it that, but it also can be looked at as brilliant marketing when you talk about, LeBron making another decision. Is he gonna stay? Is he gonna go? Is he gonna retire this year, next year, whatever have you, right? Is this gonna be his last season? Will he do a farewell tour? Even when it comes to sneakers, but this was a Hennessy ad, right? And my thing is, if that's the way that man chooses to market his product or his drink or whatever he got going in his deal with Hennessy, then so be it, right? That has nothing to do with the game. That has nothing to do with sports, right? It just seems like every time you turn around, this man wants to dog him, right? Now, he called it corny, trash, and all of these other things. He said y'all should be worried about winning the championship. He wants to be in Southern California when the playoffs hit and all this, right? And we get it, right? Cool. You're an analyst, announcer, showrunner, all these different type of things. Producer, you have the Stephen A. Smith show and all these different type of things. Now, I'm not chastising Stephen A. Smith. You got to report the news, but it's a hint of biasness in it. That's where it gets me. It's like, we know you and this man have an issue clearly and have always had one. Don't know how far this goes back. We just know they just not rocking with each other. But this don't have nothing to do with sports. It ain't had nothing to do with you. If you don't want to support him, hey, don't drink the drink. Don't drink his special blend, the Hennessy or whatever it is, right? My thing is, bro, call it what it is. Say what it is. A spade's a spade, right? This ain't about the Lakers. Season has barely even started yet. This ain't about the new Nike shoe, none of that. This ain't about nothing related to sports. This is what you do in your private time. If you decide you're going to the club and getting a drink, that don't have nothing to do. The way that they ran their campaign, their ad, or anything like that, doesn't have anything to do with it. Did he maybe bother people's feelings with the decision talk? Possibly, but I don't think so. See, because this is where it goes left for me. Okay, he did the decision the year that he did it. He left Cleveland, went to Miami and all that, right? But then he left Miami and went back to Cleveland and helped win Cleveland a championship. So at the end of the day, my God, listen, he did what he said that he was going to do, right? he righted the wrong in that shit. And then at the Cleveland, he went to LA, and we know what happened with that, right? So every time Stephen A. Smith goes to say something negative about LeBron, Lamar, whoever else he has something to say, he prefaces it with, 4-time champion, 4-time league MVP, the second greatest basketball player to ever live, and great father, wonderful businessman. But you don't like that man. So nothing he does is going to appease you, make you feel better, anything. And that's my issue. Like, it's like giving them backhanded compliments at this point. And I can see why some of these athletes don't rock with you. Now I know, man, Stephen A. Smith is very entertaining. He's doing his job. But sometimes you got to scale it back. You got to know that some of these things, just even to the individual, is going to look or seem to be personal, right? So my thing is, he pulled up on you last time, right? You didn't like that. Clearly you didn't like that. That just rubbed you all the way the wrong way, right? And you're barking up this wrong tree once again, right? And the last time was in regards to his son. Now, whether you were targeting Bronny or whether you was calling him out as a father, how many people are putting their children in position because they own or run a company that they may not have the skill set for, right? So what? Right? Everybody else does it, so what's wrong when he does it, right? That was that issue. But you've been trashing him from day one, but it's not really because you dislike LeBron so much. It's because you love Jordan so much, and because he dares to say, hey, I can call myself the GOAT too. You got a problem. Now, we all know when it comes to 6-0 in the finals, we know what Jordan is, right? But it always, like, just because Prince made music don't mean Michael Jackson ain't. Just because Stevie Wonder was dope don't mean Prince and Michael ain't, right? That don't mean that other people don't have a right to be given GOAT status. See, the problem is we've conditioned ourselves to believe there can only be one, right? There can only be one best in this and that and everything. There can only be one best male in hip-hop, only one best female in hip-hop. One best queen of R&B, king of R&B, king of pop, one best basketball player at a time. Well, in all actuality, it could be multiple at the same time because everybody does different things, right? LeBron is more of an all-around. KD's like a hybrid, a little bit of everything with the shooting and the way he can dribble and all of that, right? Steph Curry can shoot from wherever. Wembanyama is something different. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown was doing their thing. Bro, the same time Michael Jordan was out, Charles Barkley existed. Patrick Ewing existed. Shaquille O'Neal existed. Same with Magic, Bird, Parrish, McHale, Dr. J. Everybody existed during their time and in their eras, right? The 80s was the 80s, 90s was the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2010s. At this point, it's just for clickbait, right? And forgive us, YouTubers, bloggers, content creators, and social media posters. Forgive us for using you as content because you clickbaited it. Now it's going to be a topic. People going to wait for LeBron to respond. You know that. So at the end of the day, what are we chasing? Right? We chasing views, clicks, likes, algorithm, and things of that nature. So since we're doing that, and since clearly this is what you're doing, right? And the decision part 2 went viral because I seen it. Everybody's seen it. So it's just like, man, listen, scale that back. You know what I'm saying? You don't like some of the moves that man makes. Just be like, hey, respectfully, I didn't like it. He ain't got to be corny. He ain't got to be trash and all this old other stuff, right? Just keep it professional at the end of the day. That's all that man probably looking for. Hey, you're an analyst. I'm a ball player. I get it. It's professional. But sometimes Stephen A. just go too far, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, bro. That's crazy. Shout out to LeBron. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith.